Okay, y'all, I am back. In today's action-packed episode, we are going to further discuss opportunity cost. The idea for today's vlog is due to a conversation I had with my mom today, so props to Mom for giving me the idea for this video. I've got my notes down here again if you see me looking down, but opportunity cost, I've talked about it a little bit in some of my other videos, but we're going to further unpack that today. Basically, what it means is because I have chosen to do this, then I can't do that. And I think that it is important to fully understand the opportunity cost or the consequences to the choices that we make. So for today, I'm gonna give a little personal examples, do some story time with some of my past financial mistakes and how I might have chosen to do things differently if I had fully understood the opportunity cost of the choices that I'm making. So we're going to start with this $9,500 bed that I'm sitting on. Like most people, when they go out to buy something, and like I was thinking at the time, if I can afford the payments for the thing, then I can afford the thing. Now, I knew also, in my very basic financial knowledge, that, paying interest on something is bad. So I really wanted a new bed. When I went to look at this bed, even though it was so expensive, I was like, oh, well, I can afford the payments and there's no interest on these payments. So I can pay this bed off in X amount of time and not pay any interest on it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Seems like a good idea. But that's not fully understanding the opportunity cost of the situation. Now, if I had not bought this bed, then in 10 years' time, and I, had saved that $9,500 instead of buying this bed, then I would have $9,500. And that's, what I was thinking before. Like, okay, well, I could, not have the $9,500 and then I would have a much more comfortable bed to sleep in and all these other reasons that I justified purchasing this bed. But now that I have learned a little bit more about compounding interest, if I had not gotten this bed and saved that $9,500 and invested it instead, and not even added another dime to the investment over a 10-year period, if I had just taken that $9,500, put it in some investment account and left it alone, then in 10 years, with compounding interest, I would have had $18,687.94. That's almost double the money in a 10-year period. And as you know, with compounding interest, it's not a steady gain over years of time. It's not a steady up trend straight up. With compounding interest, it's more of a curved up. So the more time you have, then, the further that money compounds. So if I had known that if I hadn't gotten this bed, that I could have had, $18,500 in 10 years without any additional contributions to an investment account, I might have rethought this decision. And you might be thinking, well, okay, that's, well and good for me. And yeah, I know I shouldn't make such, large purchases like this, but, little small day-to-day purchases don't make a difference. And, I know even with me, some of you may have heard the Latte Factor, and I've heard of it too, but even when I hear the Latte Factor, some people scoff at that too because, they know better than to go to Starbucks every single day and buy a $5 latte every single day. Yeah, that's, a lot of money wasted, blah, blah, blah. And I don't do that either, and I didn't even, do that in the past because I know that's a lot of money to waste on coffee. Just make your own. But what about even smaller purchases? You got a Taco Bell habit? I know that y'all know about that meal deal with the 5-layer burrito and the chips and the drink for $3 and some change. It's a good deal, right? Is it though? We're going to find out. Now, y'all know I'm a third shift worker. I work 3 nights a week. And, you know, I used to go to Taco Bell and get that 5-layer burrito meal deal, chips and a drink, almost every time that I had to go to work. So that was about 3 nights a week. And that, you know, it was just the convenience of it. It was quick, convenient, cheap. Thought it was a good deal. But, you know, if you do that 3 times a week, then over the course of a month, you've spent about $40 to $50 just on Taco Bell. And so, you know, if we split the difference and just say $45 a month spent at Taco Bell, in 10 years' time, if you just saved that $45, you would have $5,400. It's a, you know, nice chunk of change just to cut out some Taco Bell. But if you also factor in compounding interest over that 10 years, if you just contributed $45 to some investment account somewhere and factored in that compounding interest, then after 10 years' time, you would have $8,071.67. And that is a difference of $2,671.67 just for avoiding taco hell and investing it instead. And, you know, not even also taking into consideration the health benefits of not eating at Taco Bell. So, you know, even the small decisions add up. Something to consider. That is what opportunity cost is. So, and in case you're wondering, for these compounding interest calculations, I am using a compound interest calculator, and I'm assuming a 7% return, which is pretty average. And I will put the link for the compounding interest calculator that I'm using down below. So if you guys want to look it up and go plug in some numbers of your own, feel free. So now, after more fully understanding opportunity cost, why am I not investing more than I currently am, right? It's because of debt. I like to think of debt as a leaky bucket. Now, the prudent thing to do if you have a leaky bucket is to fix the leak, not pour more water into the bucket. So, you know, if you can get the leak fixed, then you're not losing interest from the bottom of the bucket while you're trying to gain more interest through your investments. So once I get out of consumer debt, then I am going to be hitting investing hot and heavy. But until then, I am working on getting out of my debt, my consumer debt mainly. Have I stopped investing altogether? No, because there is a work for my retirement, my 403B, a match for my work retirement, and I'm not going to miss out on the opportunity cost of stopping that contribution altogether. That's free money left on the table. Now, I'm only contributing 7% to my retirement account at work right now, but once I get out of consumer debt, then I'm going to be contributing a lot more than that. But until then, until I can get out of debt, that's all I'm going to do for right now. And it does hurt me to know that I could be earning a whole lot more if I wasn't in so much debt. So, moral of today's story: remember, kids, a penny saved is a penny compounded. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.